Stinking Lincoln.
Stinking Lincoln. Smile, you're on.
Jeff on the mic, Glick on the keys. What the fuck, dude? Got you weak in the knees. Talking about headlines, bizarre as can be. Penis report, it's a strange marquee. What the fuck news? Can't believe your ears. Ridiculous stories, shattering fears. Tune in, turn up, life's a weird parade. Everything's strange in the WTF shade. In Texas, cows on the moon. Loch Ness monster found in someone's lagoon. Glick's got the facts, Jeff's got the flair. Sit back, relax, it's wild out there. Government scandal, clowns in the park. Bathtub races, after dark. Crazy celebs, oddball Azaris. Everyday people, their wildest diaries. What the fuck news, yo, it's blowing your mind. Real life madness, stories one of a kind. Laugh or shake your head, just press play. Jeff and Glick, bringing the WTF every day. Talking wild, Glick with the details, Jeff with the smile. Weird news wave, come ride the confusion. Reality's glitch, beyond delusion. Report got them talking wild. Glick with the details, Jeff with the smile. Weird news wave, come ride the confusion. Reality's glitch, beyond delusion. Every day.
Going on, everybody? Welcome to What the Fuck News right here on the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already following us, go ahead and check us out. bio.link/nonsensical networks. Got all of our links there. Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. And don't forget, shows are live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at, whether it be the Spotify's or the Apples or the Googles or Good Pods or wherever. We're there. iHeartRadio, I think we're there. We're on TuneIn as well. We're a little bit of everywhere, guys. For as many destinations that we are on, you'd think we'd be getting rich, but we're not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. But give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. Greatly appreciate that. Don't forget to check out Beauty in the Beard Creative Corner. That link is also on our bio link. That is Nikki. She can get you all your nonsensical swag, or if you just want personalized items, cups, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of weird, fun, crafty things. You ask her if she can do it. She will let you know, and she'll get you all squared away. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner, Facebook and Instagram. It is What the Fuck Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. We got my man Blaze in the building.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hey,
What?
Man.
I'm here, man. I'm here. I feel like I've been staring at this camera the last three days in a row.
Man.
Yeah. What up, Wally? Didn't I just see you, Wally? Yeah, and you guys know me by now. I'm Glick. If you don't know me and you don't know who Blaze is, well, shame on you. Or shame on us for not trying hard enough. Either way. But
I'm not gonna shame you for not knowing me. I'm still trying to know me, and it is what it is. I'm a new person every day.
I will shame you people for not acknowledging me as the champ. I'm gonna change my name. Starman.
No.
Good poke the bear, poke the book. No, anyway, so we got this week's news of the strange, dumb, crazy, all to make you and ourselves say, what the fuck? Suze, stop it. First and foremost, Blaze, I think we should go ahead and let the proverbial elephant out of the bag, elephant in the room.
Yes, the elephant needs addressing.
Addressing, because I'm tired of looking at this naked elephant in the room, so we're gonna get it dressed.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, one of the things that we have dealt with a lot here on Nonsensical Network, or it be Nonsensical Nonsense, is sometimes faces change, sometimes voices change, sometimes people change, and we have one of those things happening right now. Unfortunately, due to whatever reason that may be, Jeff is no longer currently here. He has left the network. And as of right now, I don't foresee him coming back anytime soon. So in the meantime, and even if he does come back, we're going to lock him in on Saturdays. That way he doesn't have too many responsibilities or anything like that. He can just kind of come in, pop in, turn his camera on, chit chat, do whatever he wants to do, and he doesn't have to worry about having the responsibilities of helping with the show that has actual content or anything like that. So with that being said, Blaze's show, I don't know when or how or what, but he will eventually have a new co-host. What up, motherfucker?
I have a special guest co-host this Friday though. So yeah. Changes happen, so we'll get through this. So
no shade on Jeff. I'm not going to throw any shade on Jeff. Whether he's got personal things going on in life or whatever, things got a little rocky Saturday night, and he opted to leave in the middle of a show. He's Yaravishi us, if you will.
In a roundabout way, which is so ironic about that specific episode that night. But I am
kind of left us all shaking our heads, going, "What the fuck?" But no. If he decides to come back, he'll be back on Saturdays, only for the time being. So that means this show is also going to have some changes, whether I rock it solo or when Blaze is available. And if he wants to, he's welcome to come up and co-host with me, or I find a replacement altogether. But Blaze and I are both kind of in the same situation with our respected shows that have co-hosts on them, which, you know what? Sometimes new blood is not a bad thing. You see it with
Yeah.
television shows and bands and stuff like that all the time. One member's out, a new member comes in, and it actually works out for everyone. So we'll see what happens.
Agreed.
I was trying to click on Wally's comment. So we're the three of you. We're like the three musketeers now. Blaze, I'm beginning to think that it might be you and I, because I've chased off a few people. Blaze maybe have chased off one person now. I'm thinking like we might be the problem, like Taylor Swift said. And then Wally's like, he's like the new kid. He's like the new employee at work. He really don't know what he's in for, and he's happy, excited to be here. And he's like, yeah, I got a good spirit, and I can't wait to be a part of the team. And then he's like, the fuck did I do to and now Wally's gone. well, Blaze, I guess we got to figure out motorsports and reptiles now, because we're going to be busy around here. I can do a motorsports show. You put gas in it, and you turn it on, and you press the gas pedal and drive really fast around the track.
Really fast.
Blaze can do reptiles. Dragons and dinosaurs don't exist. They're all a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, I think my reptile show wouldn't be fun at all. No. Nope. I don't have. I have a couple reptile stories. One from a childhood, couple from a childhood, one from when I was in Guam with the monitor lizard. Monitor lizards, they taste pretty good.
Yeah, I actually have had monitor before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a story of punching an alligator. That's kind of cool. But I guess that's take that, dinosaur. Fuck around and find out.
Heck yeah.
But that also involves me learning that crocodile or alligators can climb. I didn't know that they could climb. But
yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
But nonetheless, we will move on. We will push forward. We're gonna keep trying to do what we do here. We're going to keep trying to bring you guys some fun shows. And, we got a pretty solid squad here. Shout out to, last Saturday, shout out to Wally and both Blaze. I wasn't there, and Jeff was kind of riding solo, and you guys jumped right on in and filled in. It took two of you to fill one guy's position, but that's, I'm used to it. I'm pretty popular. Then you had fake Glick there. I've seen fake Glick. I'll have a discussion with that guy another time in another place.
Not yet.
That's
on deck for today for me for Friday's discussions. One of Friday's discussions.
There you go. No, I'm still not over the whole Peter Dinklage Toxic Avenger thing.
I've yet to watch that.
Anyhow.
Did you watch it? Is it any good?
I started to, and I was like, why is he so fucking small? And then I seen all the behind the scenes pictures and quote unquote posters, and I was like, oh, Jesus fucking really? Nothing against Peter Dinklage. He's an amazing actor. Nothing against the guy. But come on, man. Why? It's a Toxic Avenger. He was a big, scary dude. Now you got like King of the Oompa Loompas. I'm not. It's like being afraid of Chucky.
Just punt him across the room.
Yeah, he just soccer punt his ass across the room. Put a laundry basket over top of him. Problem solved.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kick and punt.
Everyone needs heroes.
One of my stories, there's definitely a hero in it. It's going to be awesome.
Well, Blaze, since what the hell? What? Since you're so kindly decided to pop in here tonight, why don't I put you on the spot right off the bat? What do you have to offer the What the Fuck News Gods tonight? What kind of offering do you have for them?
My TikTok game is off. But, however,
I watched your TikTok video.
I do have a, excuse me, gentlemen. I'm getting over a sinus infection. It's like I got sick and I got sick right after again. That hasn't happened to me in like years. Anyway, so this comes from Fox 9 KMSP out of Indiana. There's an Indiana cop charged. Well, first of all, let me set up the situation. Apparently, his 6-year-old daughter got mad and pouty about not getting the chapstick that she wanted, or lip gloss. She wanted to wear a lip gloss. She was told no, and she pouted. So her father, now, discipline, abuse. I've heard some parents literally on comment section say, this is just regular old discipline. Makes me wonder what era of the fucking world they're from. But, all right, so on January 19th, when it was only 18 degrees outside, a witness observed a girl standing outside with a sign and called 911. This is what the sign said. This is what the 6-year-old girl was holding the sign because her father or both her parents put her out there for pouting. And it says, this is quote what the sign says. I want to stab and kill my brother. I even take an antipsychotic. If you need to give pity, then give it to the victims, the sign said.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so of course the parents are being charged for negligence and abuse and all that properly well charged things. So parents out there in the comment sections of these articles about this particular story that says, oh, this is just normal discipline.
How long was
that in
she
front of me in a baseball bat?
Yeah, does it say how long she was forced to stand out there?
You know what? It could have. Yep, she comes out every 30 minutes and goes back inside every 10 minutes. So but still, man, I don't care if it's forcing a 6-year-old to go standing out in freezing temperature because they pouted over not wearing lip gloss. Which, by the way, it's winter. If you're telling your kid not to wear lip gloss during the winter and it's chapped lips, you're even worse of a parent. Have you had chapped lips? I'm sorry, but as I think more and more about this whole situation, I want to punch these parents even more and more.
Yeah.
More and more. So,
I don't agree with the situation. But what I really don't like is the fact that she's 6 years old and she's already on antipsychotic medicine.
I don't even know if that's true.
But either way, like, you're going to put her out there with a sign shaming a mental illness that she has. What up, John McSmith? Like, you're going to shame a mental illness that she has on top of making her stand out in the freezing cold. Now, fortunately, if there is an upside to this situation, they're not making her stand out there for like hours at a time. They're like, go out there for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, not going to hurt you in the cold, and then come back in for a half hour.
No,
up and then
no. She stands out there for 30 minutes. Comes in and warms up for 10.
Oh, I thought it was 10 and 30. Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't like that. She's 6 years old and she's already on antipsychotic medicine. If this is true, I don't like the mental health shaming thing in this whole situation.
So, you're right.
That's what really bothers.
Here's another excerpt. The girl's caseworker said in one incident, her parents made her carry a sign to school that said, quote, I pee on everything and cover it up like a cat, unquote. Her school also reported that she forced to carry a sign at Walmart that read, quote, I lie to hurt other people, unquote. And here's the thing. The father is a cop.
So
and they pled not guilty, and they pled not guilty. Oh, the fact that, like, as you read this article and you're like, all these different instances where these parents are forcing this kid, where they're shaming their kid in public, like that's mental abuse, that's emotional trauma.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
yeah.
And now that the freezing incident is what got a charge finally. The fact that he was a cop, all this past shit was been covered up and ignored. I'm just, ooh, man.
Well,
Yeah.
And this sounds like, and he sounds like the type of guy who growing up was a bit of a fucking wiener. Maybe he got bullied, maybe he got picked on, and then he got a badge, and now he thinks he's fucking.
A lot of cops are like that. A lot of cops are that.
There are a lot of cops that were
No.
basically wieners in high school and junior high, and then they grew up and they got a badge, and now they're like, I'm motherfucking Johnny Law. I'm Billy Badass. I'll say and do whatever I want. Nobody can stop me. And it's like,
They're the hall monitors that got bullied and they're exacting their revenge. Which
pump the brakes.
I'm not condoning bullying. Don't bully anybody. But kids that have been bullied, seek counseling. Don't seek revenge, because people in your future that you're getting revenge on, they weren't the people that bullied you most of the time. So just saying.
Don't bully anybody. I say we bring dodgeball back to the schools though.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And take away participation trophies.
I honestly, I think we should just get rid of trophies and medals and all that shit for good. All sports. Fuck it. Let's bring back good sportsmanship. Let's just play for the sake of playing the game.
We definitely do got to bring back good sportsmanship. There has been in the last several years, there has been an uptick of coaches that teach their athletes to be assholes. Like go out to like in football, you go out for the coin flip, you dap each other up, you handshake, whatever. And then you have teams that are out there and they'll flip the other team off, and you do all that dumb shit, and then you get beat by 50 fucking points. Like, you know, or you see in MMA these fighters that you want to taunt in the middle of a fight. Jesus,
dog.
You know, you see fighters who want to taunt other fighters right in the middle of a fight, and then get punched the hell out. Right in the middle of taunting somebody. But I don't agree with this form of discipline. You know, I grew up.
I don't even think you can call that. I don't think you can even put that in the category of a form of discipline.
Yeah, I agree. This is definitely child abuse. I mean, I grew up where, you know, my mom broke a wooden spoon on my ass, and I laughed at her, and she probably should have found a bigger piece of wood and cracked me upside the head with it. In all honesty, but whose
mom from our generation didn't have one of those drawers that had like an infinite amount of wooden spoons?
Yeah,
back
exactly.
in that day, because back in like what? In the early 90s, late 80s, or I think early 90s, you could walk into a dollar store and buy a pack of 10 wooden spoons for $1. Oh, man. I think my mom probably went through a whole tree eventually busting our ass.
Oh, yeah. You know, I know times where my sister, well, now my broster, and I were kids, and we'd start to act up in the grocery store, and we'd either get a quick rap in the mouth or a crack on the ass right in the middle of the grocery store. You know, it wasn't like mom was sitting there holding us down on the ground and pounding us in the face or anything like that. Just there's a real quick right in the mouth. Or, you know, if she couldn't get your mouth and you were in front of her or walking past her, just whack, right on the ass. Just a good crack, you know, just, hey, it was enough to go, yep, I'm done. Whatever I'm doing, I shouldn't be doing it. I'm done. You know, kind of like I give Nikki the old what for these days. Backhand. Give her the old what for.
He's lying. It's really the other way around.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm in an abusive relationship. She beats me.
She beats you because she loves you.
She clearly can't hear me because I'm not getting yelled at right now.
Fair.
Or she's too wrapped up. Well, Blaze, from one extreme parenting to another extreme parenting for you. An Indiana mother who claims she was fed up with her son being bullied on his bus ride.
This is the same state.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Indiana. Shame on
What are you
you.
doing? Yeah. An Indiana mother who claims she was fed up with her son being bullied on his bus rides to school is accused of confronting the boy's alleged tormentor and attacking him with her child, telling the 13-year-old to beat his ass and saying, "I'm tired of you bitch-ass kids," in response to the ongoing bullying situation, and according to police.
Okay, there's a part of me that's torn on this, but we'll get to
There,
that in commentary.
yeah, there is a part of me that's like,
It's a very
uh,
small. It's like a corner of a page torn. It's not.
yeah,
Don't worry, guys. Don't get.
Latay
Man, he's
Hintz,
gonna punch.
36, is accused of telling a busload of kids in March after storming on the bus with her son and teenage daughters, "I'm going to tear this up," as she stormed onto the bus.
Ooh.
Cops said the cell phone footage, which was obtained by the local news affiliate, Fox News affiliate, features audio and video of the incident that was originally shared to Facebook. Hintz allegedly asked the other children, "Anybody want to get active?" Like, Mama Bear was up there to fuck whoop everybody's ass. "I'm gonna tear this up. Anybody want to get active? Anybody want to get active? Let's go." An 8th grader who was said to have been involved in the bullying situation is described by police as the person Hintz allegedly targeted, with officials saying he claims to be a victim of verbal attacks and racist comments hurled at him by her son, who claims he didn't respond to being bullied. A bunch of back and forth between the blah-bitty blahs. The cell phone footage allegedly shows Hintz, who is charged with felony battery and criminal confinement, boarding the bus with her son and daughter. The driver told cops in an interview that they tried to tell her to get off the bus. That no parents are allowed on the bus, but Hintz ignored the warning and told the driver to go ahead and call the police if they wanted to. And then Hintz and her son started fighting the 8th grader after getting on the bus. So her and her son jumped this 8th grader, like grown-ass woman, and her clearly son that don't know how to defend himself. One of the kids can be heard yelling at Hintz, "Hey, don't jump him," while the attack was going on. Another one, "Why are you jumping him?" So her daughter, and her son just jumped this fucking kid. During the interviews, Hintz's son, who was bullied, and that he is making racist comments toward her children related to his Mexican heritage, U.S. immigration, ICE, blah blah blah. Yeah, so she is being formally charged with criminal trespass and intimidation, in addition to criminal confinement and battery. She is currently awaiting her first court hearing.
She fucked up.
She fucked up real bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. Like, your kids get bullied and the system don't want to do shit about it, and then you want to. It's frustrating as a parent because your kids getting hurt and you're powerless to do anything. I get it, but still, you can't go beat kids yourself. Teach a kid to fight. I hate this. Go sign up for a karate class. Go fucking no, not karate, please. Go sign them up for some kind of defense class, boxing class, something. Teach him how to fight. Because here's the thing: if he can at least fight his own fights, he doesn't have to go out and start them, but he can defend himself. Teach your kids to defend themselves. And I understand courses. And I understand, even in today's climate, a kid in school who defends himself is also going to get in trouble. It sucks. It's stupid. However, if it comes to the court system, as soon as it comes to the court system, if they get involved for any reason, you'll have a better chance than you stepping in and beating a kid's ass. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing in situations like this, when the quote unquote bullied kid finally stands up for themselves, they are the ones that get in trouble and not the bully themselves.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, so like I've always told my kids,
and school administrations play it like, well, you should have caught. Well, your kid should have come to us or come to a
Yeah.
teacher and have said something. And then the parent's response is usually, here's all these times that I have, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I've always told my kids, like, you will never, ever, ever get in trouble from me for protecting yourself or protecting each other. When you have siblings, you know, like I had 4 sisters growing up, and there was times where I got into little scuffles or fisticuffs because of one of my sisters. But, you know, now on the other side of the coin, if you're the bully or if you are tormenting somebody or you start a fight, that's a different problem. That's a whole other problem, and you are going to get in trouble for it. I know Cash and a couple of his friends were having a problem with one of the kids in his class this year, and he brought it to my attention, and I said, well, you know, let your teacher know, let principal know, whoever know. And they did, and shout out to their school because the school did take care of it. They wound up putting the boys, because the one boy that they were having issues with, he was a friend of theirs, but they wound up putting him into like a little group session to where they could talk and hash things out and square things away. Because I told Cash, I said, if he swings on you, crack him in the jaw, and I will come in there and I will defend you tooth and nail. But until he puts his hands on you, you don't touch him. You know, and I've told the girls the same thing. Don't start no fights. But if somebody puts their hands on you, crack them, hit them in the throat. I don't care. I told Cash a million times. There ain't no rules in fights. You punch him in the throat, kick him in the dick, and it's game over.
I mean, let's be honest. The definition of the bully is the one starting the fights.
Yeah.
So.
And the old saying does ring true. You punch a fucking bully in the mouth, they're going to start to reconsider their attitude. You know, once, you know, if they're bullying 5 or 6, you know, like every school has that one guy. You crack them in the mouth.
Just now, I know. So neither of us are experts or know the actual statistics or anything of this sort. But when it comes to the idea of, and I'm sure you've heard this, if you ignore the bully, they'll just go away.
If you ignore it, they'll just go away. No, they don't. It gets worse.
No, because the reason why the bully's a bully is they're already lazy in their thinking and they want life easy, and it's easy for them to go after the person that's just going to sit there and take it.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Madra? Madra? What am I missing? Joining? Here's kicks in the balls. I love this tree. Welcome to the Nonsensical Network, my friend. Yeah, cyberbullying. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, it's easy to pick on somebody who's not going to do anything, and that's why I said every school. You know, you see it in the movies. You got the one guy who picks on everybody until somebody stands up. I mean, Wally and I had a guy like that when we were in school together, and I took on him and 2 of his buddies one day in the hallway, and they stopped fucking with people real quick and in a hurry. And I was the new guy at the time, you know, like
Cypher kick him in the balls. Yeah, I mean, if you know some of those like awesome hacking and virus skills and all that shit, hell yeah, that's like that one cat. There's this one dude, and I know this isn't cyberbullying; it's more like the old people, not the old people, the people who scam the old people, like call them on the phone or on the computer and stuff. There's this guy on YouTube, and the name escapes me, but yeah, right. Him and a group of other hackers get together, and they use their hacker knowledge for good. And they go after these scammers and stuff, and it's amazing stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, they you know, it's, but you know, again, this situation, like, I feel like maybe the mom should not have gotten involved and put 100%. The mom should not have gotten involved and put hands on the child. Now, if you got older sister or older brother, be like, yo, stop fucking with my little brothers. If you don't, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay, that's understandable. There
was an incident when I was a kid. The kid was about, he's about my age, maybe a year younger, definitely older than my brother, because my brother was my younger brother, is my younger brother. And we were over at some other kid's house in the driveway. I don't remember exactly why we were there. We're kids, we're in the neighborhood, we're probably fucking playing. And my brother had like a bag of potato chips, and this kid walked over and yanked it out of his fucking hand. And my brother went to go grab it, and the dude just slapped him. And I just like, I jumped on the kid and started punching him just out of the fact that I was defending my brother. And in that situation, because it was all just kids around the same age, that to me was like that no big deal. That to me is better than parents getting involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I got
or even the law getting involved.
Yeah, so. I got involved in shit because of my sisters. I mean, it is what it is. You're a bigger brother or a big sister or whatever. Sometimes you gotta throw hands and bitch slap somebody for getting a little too handsy with your little brother or sister. Yeah, at the end of the day.
Agreed.
But let's take our what's that?
I was just gonna suggest the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm parched and I need a refill.
Nice. We'll take our first breaky break here. I'm actually scrolling through music. I don't have a lot of music on here, but oh, you know what? I do like this new song, newer-ish song. So let's do that. A little Cali and the Bootin' Rallies with Wes. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes with some more What the Fuck News. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit that follow button, and turn them bells on. That way you get notified when we do what we do. And we'll be right back here in just a few minutes.
Like the bandit that he was from the very start. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart. Sweet West, what have I done? You were the only one. None of those boys come that handle you. No, I don't think they could get me the way you do. And it breaks my heart that I never got to say those words to your face. So I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. We almost made it out. Honey, we almost made it out. Well, you took the bullet in the fall for it all, with no doubt. And if only I could have called it off that night. I can't stop thinking you'd still be by my side, my sweet partner in crime. But them boys came knocking and busted down the door. Honey, they were asking for a war. Before I could grab my gun, your poor body hit the floor. West, sweet West, what have I done? You were the only like the bandit that he was from the very start. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart.
Yeah, buddy. Little Callie in the boot and rally.
I
West.
love it. I love her voice. She's got such an awesome voice.
Yeah, she really does. And she's an awesome personality too. She was a former guest at Glick's
Yes.
House of Music, and she was a lot of fun to hang out with. Go ahead and check them out on all the social medias. Callie and the Boot and Rally. Madra. Just say the American thing I hear when I join the stream. Just kick them in the balls and beat their ass.
You're not wrong. You're not.
I like it.
I was reading that. I came back and I was reading that thread. That's pretty funny.
We are the land
Blaze
of fuck
Dream
around and
Girl.
find out.
Blaze Dream.
Callie.
Who's Blaze Dream? Oh. There's no. I mean, she's got a lot of qualities I like, but the one thing that's not there is that's the problem is I think she's not available. So
I think so.
yeah, but
I'm not 100% sure. I don't ask those kinds of questions of my guests. Yeah, I don't ask those questions of my guests. I mean, and some of them come right out the gate. Shout out to Jessie Rose. We were talking, and she was like, "I'm single as hell over here," and I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. I don't ask those questions. I don't care what their relationship status is, male or female. We're not there to talk about that.
I'm just taking the guess, but no, honestly, she is a sweet person, great voice, awesome. I mean, I just have an affinity and appreciation for fellow stoners and travelers in this world. So
yeah, she's definitely a traveler. She is a fellow traveler, man.
She is.
She is. Welcome back to What the Fuck News. Got a new face in the building tonight. We got my man Blaze here hanging out with me. And you guys know me. I'm Glick. We're going to get back into some more ball kicking and ass whooping.
Oh, this next story that I have. Yeah, this next story that I have steps up the violence. It goes out of the realm of ball kicking and slapping and punching. This comes out of actually closer to home to me. This is out of Louisville, Kentucky. This is a 41-year-old man that was charged with road rage incident. Oh, he got this. Have you ever? This is on the I-64. That interstate gets pretty fucking busy, and I've been on it. I hate it. You guys are serious people. I am okay. So I'm THC, not nicotine, but I do appreciate you. I have done snooze before. I did drop nicotine recently, so thank you, though. I appreciate the look out.
I used to do it back in the day.
So apparently, this 41-year-old man got in a, you know how you're driving down the road and you think somebody cuts you off, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go cut them off." So you get over the lane, you go around them. They'll do it to you. It was a sort of a situation like that. But this 41-year-old man took it to the extreme and got into, let's start ramming vehicles. It almost flipped this van over. And in this van was a gentleman driving with 3 young women in it. Yeah. So after he had almost flipped the van over once, the 40-year-old man was, by this time, they were pretty much stopped. Is a 40-year-old one man in his truck was the guy in the van as he was pulling his gun out. The 41-year-old road rage guy was going back down to shift his vehicle to charge at him again. Anyway, the guy in the van lay down and emptied his clip basically, and ended up getting him in the abdomen. The guy got shot, taken to the hospital. Talk about fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out, my friend. Fuck around and find
So,
out.
yeah.
100%. As I said, welcome to America. We are the land of fuck around and find out.
Yes. Again, I mean, I'm not a violent person. I'm not even a person that thinks we need to walk around with a gun on our fucking side all the time. But there are stories I hear that makes me think otherwise. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Wyatt Earp. I do carry my gun on me. Not that I'm flashing it around or anything else. It's 100% for protection, because the old saying, I'd rather have it and never need it than not have it and need it. Especially in the world we live in today. Unfortunately, there's a lot of and the guy in the minivan, props to him. I think he was 100% justified in what he did.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When the cops showed up, the victim. I mean, there was witnesses too. So of course, the cops got all the stories, did their investigation. And absolutely, the people in the van, the three young women and the gentleman who shot the aggressor. Yeah, they were. Yeah. They're safe. They're sound. They're good. No charges, obviously. So yeah, everything worked out. And this is crazy because this is Louisville Metro Police Department. If you know any backstories about them, they're not the best. So it is fortunate that when they did go out there, everything was done correctly on the law enforcement side. Yeah. And the appropriate people were charged.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the gentleman's name is this article that I am. You know what I meant to do? I meant to start making sure I collect all these links and posting them into the description. Something we need to get in the habit of. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
this is all of WVIH.com, Kentuckiana Web's channel. Louisville man faces charges after road rage. Now
that's actually a really good idea for the show.
Have you ever? I think it is. Have you ever experienced road rage? Either a victim of or perpetrator of?
Yes and no. Well, I told a story last year about coming home from work and traffic in front of me. Everybody locked up their brakes. So, obviously I had to lock up my brakes, and this fucking jackass beside me or behind me wasn't paying attention and almost ran me and then got mad at me. And as soon as there was a break in traffic, flew up around me, flipped me off, and I'm like, he's getting in front of me and he's throwing his middle finger. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? And then he gets in the lane and slows down. And I pass him, and I'm just like, fuck you, pal. I'm doing normal speed, And then he speeds up and gets beside me, and he's motherfucking me and everything else. And I just kind of looked over, whatever. And he fucking whipped something. Like, he reached down. When he reached down, instinctually, I reached. I didn't have it with me, but I reached as well.
Yeah.
And what he did is he grabbed something, I don't know what it was, and whipped it out. He whipped it out of his passenger side window, and it hit the side of my car. Now, my first instinct was, as he went past me, was to pit maneuver him and watch him spin out and slam the wall. But I also realized we're on the freeway, and I'm not going to put a lot of other people in danger.
Very smart.
And to continue with the escalation, with fighting with this asshole, running back down and throwing something at him, again, put everybody else on the freeway at risk. So it was one of those things where a lot of times when I see stupid people on the road and they're riding my ass or they're cutting it out of traffic, I wish I had Professor X's power of telekinesis where I could just go and flip them off into the woods somewhere or flip them into the wall,
Or well, for the gentleman in the last couple of articles, the Thanos snap. Bye, bitch.
Yeah. Bye, bitch. Yeah. So I try not to, because I think this is the problem with road rage. When people reach that level, they don't realize that there are a lot of other people on the road. And I worked in Columbus, which is a major metropolis here in Ohio, and our freeways a lot of them are 4 to 5 lanes, maybe 6 lanes wide.
Yeah.
So that's 6 lanes of traffic that you could potentially cause a problem and hurt other people who had nothing to do with it. So a lot of times just in my head, I'm pew right into that tree, pew right into that pole, wishing I could.
Yeah.
So, but I try, but no, yeah. But like I said, instinctually, when he pulled up beside me and I seen him reach down, I reached down too. But like I didn't have my pew pew on me at the time. But had I, who would have? Who knows what would have happened?
Yeah.
But no, and that's just because, like I said, it was starting to reach a point of escalation. And when he threw whatever it was that he threw at my car, and it barely missed my window. It hit my the frame right under my driver's side window. So it was like, all right, this is starting to get a little bit out of hand over something, and it wasn't even like something that I had any control over.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have been riding my ass,
Yeah, it's unfortunate road, and it's gone up, I think, over the years, or has it gotten? I don't know if it's gotten better.
And usually the aggressors are the ones who fucked up in the original and the whole situation originally. Yeah, it's
like they have this entitlement, like they own that road, and if somebody gets in front of them, it's like somehow you were cut off in line, or somebody in front of you is slowing you down because you need to get to your destination. And in the back of your mind, you're like, they're slowing me down. But in all reality, they're just not on your schedule. You should have left earlier or something else. But yeah, they just get mad over something that's either not in their control. They're projecting something, or the problem is just made up in their head just so they can have something to get mad about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not saying people don't actually cut people off. I'm not saying like there isn't legitimate reasons somebody would get mad. There are. But I mean, we all got to share these roads. They're not one person's. Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I've been on the side. I've been on each side, both the victim of and the perpetrator of. The worst as a victim is I've had a gun pulled on me. The worst as a perpetrator is I followed real close, and I did brake check him when I got in front of him. It was probably about the worst. Was that smart of me? No. I was a total dick. My headspace wasn't in the right place in my life at that time. I admit I was wrong, but I learned from it. Nobody got hurt. And nowadays, it's usually I'm the victim. That's mostly because I don't back down. Like I've been threatened a couple times to be shot where I live, and have actually had a gun pulled on me where I live because somebody thought that they had the right of way when in all actuality I had the right of way. Or one of them was actually like more of a parking lot rage. The lady thought that her leaving the drive-through, she had the right of way, even though I was in the crosswalk going through the parking lot. And I think you heard this story. I remember this. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So she wanted to make a veiled threat to shoot me for it. But anyway, so yeah, it's.
Well, I guess I guess sometimes I might be the perpetrator because, like, there's been times where I've been in the left lane and somebody's riding my ass, and I won't move over because I'm also going 10 miles over the speed limit. And then they jump over in the left lane, and I know as long as I keep my rate of speed up, the traffic that they're coming into, they're not going to be able to get back over, and they're going to get stuck back there, and then they're going to fall behind a whole bunch of other cars anyways, just to get back over in the left-hand lane. So I'll be like, yep, nah. yeah, I'm gonna win the race. That's the other thing. Like, apparently, I didn't get the memo that there's a race every single day on the freeways, and
I didn't either.
And
you know what's really fucked up? You know what's really fucked up? Let's say in the back of your mind, you understand that when you hit the road, nobody's on your schedule. It is
Yeah.
not a race. It is up to you to get yourself to work or wherever your destination is on time or punctuality, whatever. However, let's say you are running late and your stomach's empty and you're tired and you're on the road and there's traffic and other people around you, they're being jackasses. Now you're getting aggravated because it's easy. You're fucking hangry at this point. And then now their vibe is now fucking up your vibe. And then now you're in on it. It's a crazy cycle. So make sure you get sleep. Make sure you eat before you leave the house.
Yeah, it is a vicious cycle. Yes. And the funny thing is the ones that are riding your ass all the way down the freeway, and then they finally jump over and they floor it to get around you. They have to do 100 miles an hour to get around you, and then jump right back in the left lane. Then they wind up getting off the same exact exit as you do, and you guys get stuck at that traffic light right at the end of the exit, right beside each other, or you're just so you did all that extracurricular curricular activity to get to where you needed to get to, just to end up in the same exact spot as me at the same exact fucking time.
Yep. I see that so much. Somebody's like riding my ass. They finally get that chance to get around. They're blowing past me. Then stop light.
Stop light. It happened, especially when I would be coming home. Because the exit I get off of when I would come home to come down around the back way to my house, or come down around to my house, as soon as you get off the exit, there's a traffic light at that exit, and it never failed. Motherfuckers ride my ass all the way down the road, get in front of me, do a bunch of swerving around 100 miles an hour, and then we come off the exit, and they're literally right in front of me turning left, and I'm right behind them turning left, and I'm like, good job, you won. You won this round, I guess, at the end of the day. I don't know, man. People are fucking ignorant. And shout out to the dude in the van. Thankfully he was able to protect not only himself, but the young ladies in the van with him. Yeah, and there's an old saying, you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And homeboy that was in the truck won a nice little stupid prize of a lot of medical bills, a lot of insurance bills, because of causing damage to that person's vehicle.
He's probably going to see prison. I mean, that's like attempted vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, he's going to
go ramming somebody. When you're ramming somebody on the fucking that's deadly weapon, man. Fuck.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get some kind of jail time, if not prison, and then you're going to have all of those court fees and costs and fines and everything. So you just got to, because you were in a hurry and you were in a bad mood, you have now just escalated things to the point where you're buried yourself into debt up to your asshole, and you got a couple brand new scars for it too, because you got pumped full of lead. So congratulations to you, my fine fellow friend, my fine feather friend. Let's see. I'm thinking to try to stay on track here. Maybe take a little break. What do we got? Short song wise. What were you going to say, Blaze?
Oh, nothing. Aside for a moment, but
yeah. You know what? This is I like this. I haven't heard this one in a while. This is we're gonna take a real quick break. I'm gonna come back with a little bit more humorous story, and I'm gonna get your point of view on if this gentleman in this story was in the right or the wrong. I'll tell you what I think when we come back. Got a little Bobby Scott with Motel and Cop Cars. This is an original by him, and it is a fantastic song that he did live right here on this network on Glick's House of Music.
Motel and Cop Cars. She's too young and he's too old. Heaven help her, so she's told. She don't know nothing, he knows it all. 13 minutes in a bathroom stall. It's all need for love, all need for love. Daddy said, I don't want him around no more. Oh, Mama said, don't you push her out that door. She's too young and he's too old. Heaven help her, so she's told. Bloodshot eyes when she arrives. Daddy knows she isn't right. She's 12 weeks along. That little girl is gone. Daddy said, I don't want him around no more. Oh, Mama said, don't you push her out that door. She's too young and he's too old. She's told. Tuesday night, got in a fight. She tore off into the drive. Nowhere to go, speeding down that road. One phone call from a bloodstained hand. It wasn't the baby, but the voice of another man. And all their dreams are coming true. So Daddy did what Daddy said he'd do. She's too young and he's too old. And that pistol still feels ice cold. And in a motel room just down the hall, if you were there, you could hear that hammer fall. And when he walked out underneath all them stars, it was in a motel and cop cars. It was in a motel and cop cars. She's too young and he's too old. She's in heaven now, so he's told. That one come out a little bit better.
Scott, you can find him at Bobby Scott Music on all the socials. Check him out. Show him some love. That's his original song, Motel and Cop Cars. I love that fucking song. And you know what I'm going to do for future reference? Actually, let me for future references, I actually have a cleaned up version of that where it's a full screen. I'm going to delete that version off of here because I still have another version down there. So there we go. But nonetheless, check him out. Show him some love. You actually might be seeing him pop back up on Glick's House of Music here before long. Really cool dude, and one of the first guys who came on the show, because another thing I do is I don't ask people to perform live on the show. And he was like in the backstage area. We were talking. I told him, I said, you know, I usually take a break and blah, 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 play one of your songs. He's like, well, would it be cool if I did them live? And I'm like, who am I to fucking say no, bro? So I think he did 2 or 3 songs live. And then there was a cover that he did of a song that I really like. And the very next day he redid the cover to make it better and have better sound and everything. Because I told him how much I enjoyed his cover of it. So really good dude. Definitely enjoyed hanging out with him. Check out his music, man. He's starting to do some pretty big things. So definitely excited for him. Nonetheless. But anyways, welcome back to What the Fuck News. He's Blaze. I'm Glick. We got them stories to make you say, what the fuck? Here on What the Fuck Tuesday.
Make that jaw hit that ground. Like, what?
And jaw hit that
I brought
ground.
something a little bit different, more news stories.
Yeah.
News stories that were like, fuck around and find out, man, motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck around and find out. Now, I like this one. This one is, it made me say what the fuck for a different reason. because it was more of the sense of entitlement and the audacity of you. But a man says he's refusing to leave his home at female roommate's request so her and her friends wouldn't be uncomfortable during a sleeper. Yeah. The man said he is choosing not to leave the residence during the party because it is quite big. Sounds like they got a pretty big house. A man is standing his ground after his female roommate asked him to leave their house for the night when she has her friends over for a birthday slumber party. In a post on the Am I the Asshole forum on Reddit, the 21-year-old wrote that lives in a shared house with two straight couples totaling 3 men and 2 women, including me. We're all around college age. Then detailing that one of his roommates is planning to host a 20th birthday party with around 20 people invited. The man said, "I really have no problem with this, and some of my other roommates have also hosted parties in the past, and we've all had a good time." I mean, like, hey, you guys are roommates. You like each other. You get along with each other. You obviously you enjoy each other's company. You're not killing each other. Well,
man, wow. Kick her the fuck out of your residence. Get rid of her. Find somebody else to rent to. Because here's the thing. Apparently, she trusts you enough to give you her money. What? I'm sorry. I find okay. This is one of those instances where the idea of all men are bad is a horrible paradox. Because here's this guy who owns this huge house that he rents out. It seems like, am I correct so far? Okay.
You got 3 men and 2 women that live in the house. So there's 2 couples and then him, I guess.
Yeah. So basically it's his residence. I mean, you can say, "Hey bro, I'm going to be having a party. Could you like leave my guests alone? Some respect, some boundaries." Okay, that's cool. But to tell him to leave his place where he lives, nah, shame on you. You get the fuck out. You make plans. You make plans somewhere else for the party. That's uncool, because what you're doing is you're making that man. You're shaming him for nothing, for other bad men. You're not trusting him around your friends because of the stereotype that men are bad or something like that. And I think,
and that's what it is. And it says here in the story that that she's planning to have some of her friends sleep over, and that a couple of them, she's looking to have 20 friends over, and God knows how many are going to spend the night. But just a couple of them, they're not comfortable. They're not comfortable sleeping in the same house as men.
Well, then you don't have to go to the party. Un-RSVP or whatever the fuck it's called. Don't go. Yeah. But don't tell a man, don't tell a person. It doesn't even matter. This is now. What I'm about to say doesn't matter what the gender is. Don't tell a motherfucker to leave their goddamn fucking house.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So there's 2 men that live. There's 2 men that live in the house and 3 women. So it sounds like there's 2 couples. It says 2 straight couples. So the 2 men are already in relationships, and then this third. Sounds like a movie.
It sounds like there's a couple people really throwing, like, they're the fly in the ointment here. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So you got 2 couples, 2 men and 2 women they're 2 separate couples, and then you have this third wheeling bitch, single, probably got her single feminazi friends with her, whatever. And they want these 2 men to leave the house so they can have a fucking sleepover. Okay, here's an idea. You and your friends, why don't you go get a hotel room for the night and have your little fucking slumber party there? Yeah. But they want him to. They want the 2 men of the house to vacate for the night and sleep somewhere else. Noting that the woman will presumably let her boyfriend stay the night, though the man further explained, this is over spring break, blah blah blah. None of this other bullshit matters. It's the fact of the matter is, who the hell do you think you are to tell me that I need to leave my house because you want to have a slumber party and a couple of your friends. And it's a big. It sounds like it's a big house. You got 5 people living in a house. Bitch, I could just chill out in the basement. I could chill out in my room. Like, I could DoorDash shit, and y'all could just bring it up and leave it outside my bedroom door. You're not gonna. I'll put my headphones on.
Yeah.
I'll play Call of Duty. Like shit. You go. Yeah. Like okay.
I mean, I'll give you the run of the house. You want the pool. You want the cabana. You want all that stuff for your party. Have at it, Hoss. But you ain't kicking me the fuck out.
I'm not gonna go bother one of my other friends or go pay for a hotel for the night just because you've got 20 friends coming over and 2 of them don't want to. Sorry about their fucking luck. You know what? This is the real world. This isn't magical fucking fairy unicorn land.
I dig this dude's vibe. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I like them.
Man, yeah, I am. Fuck, man. No, I'm serious. That's effed up. That is so. Where's that at?
He can kick her.
Where's that at? Is that in like some spring breaking state like Texas or Florida? Or?
I don't think it says, to be honest with you. I was looking to see.
Because it sounds like it's a spring break kind of party event being planned. And which, like, I get it. If you want to have a fucking house bash. Okay, what does it mention the age ranges? Like, how old are these people?
College age. This is her 20th birthday.
Oh, so kick her in the balls. Yes.
Yeah, kick her in the balls.
In the balls.
Gender equality.
In the balls. Yes, exactly. This is one of those instances where that would be in proper context.
It doesn't say, but it does say further on in the article. Now the man said he is refusing to comply with his roommate's ask, given the house they all live in is quite big. And the 2 boys' bedrooms, so the 2 guys that live in the house, their bedrooms are both on the opposite side of the house from hers. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like.
My mind's made up. Not only am I not going anywhere, me and my other home, my bromie from across the holly, we're going to team up and we're pranking these bitches the entire weekend. We're fucking with them. We're gaslighting them. We're turning off the lights. We're gonna scare the shit out of them. We're dressing up like fucking gorillas and going through with fucking fake Uzis and shit, motherfucker. Y'all bitches' days are numbered. We're scaring the shit out of you. You're gonna wake up drunk and you're fucking pissed and shit because you're so scared.
Yeah. Well, the comment section in this Reddit post, they were like, one commenter said, "My guess is she's planning to let her friends use your room, the man's room." One person wrote, adding, "I would absolutely be home that day and night." Another one says, "Yeah, it sounds like she and her friends plan on having a great guest house for their spring break party for free. Only problem is the 2 unreliable men don't leave their own room or leave their own home for no reason. The girls won't have enough free comfy beds to sleep." Someone else theorized. Others, meanwhile, said it should be the other way around.
Hold on. Did that person blame the men?
No, but that's what they're saying that the girls are saying. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Somebody else in the comments said it should be the other way around, and that the man should hit her with the Uno reverse card and express his discomfort with so many strangers in their home. Identify as a woman. You can't say shit. Yep, exactly. You're 100% right, Macho. Absolutely. Tell them no, and that you're starting to not feel comfortable with her in the house because she made you feel less secure. One user wrote. Another comment said, "I'd tell her to move her party to a hotel because that makes as much sense as kicking residents out." So everybody in the comments are on Team Dude's side. You know, like. Good. And I like the Uno reverse card. No, bitch. I feel uncomfortable that you want to have so many strangers in my house. So, maybe you should not have a party.
I like that reverse card. That's a good tactic. I dig it.
Yeah. Like the audacity, I've had a couple instances in my life where I've had roommates. And I understand, yes, you discuss things before you have strangers come over, or like I lived with a buddy of mine, and if he was bringing a chick home from the bar, he would be like, "Yo, is it cool if I bring this chick home?" And I'm like, I don't give a fuck as long as you keep her locked in your bedroom and she isn't just wandering around wandering around our house aimlessly. Like, don't lock her in I you know what I mean? Just don't let her wander the house aimlessly. You know.
Now, future me, I'm going to remind myself if I ever find myself in this situation, there is another win-win solution here. I can use this as a negotiating lever. You want me to vacate my house for your weekend party? You're going to have to pay me to go somewhere nice this week.
Yeah, you're gonna have to vacation. Pay for my hotel room.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a couple nights in Vegas, maybe New Orleans. I mean, something. Yeah. You're gonna make this worth my.
You gotta sweeten the pot. You gotta sweeten.
Like, I'd be okay with that. Like, if she would have came out, hey, having some friends over, if we all chipped in and bought you a plane ticket for Vegas for that weekend, we got your hotel and stuff. Would it be cool if we had the run of the house that weekend? Wait, you guys gonna pay Vegas? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
when do I leave?
Yeah,
when do I leave?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Give me the boarding.
But when you come at a motherfucker as an entitled bitch, you're gonna get the middle fingers. So,
yeah. I didn't mean literally lock her in the bedroom. I meant like.
What did you say?
Like, my buddy would bring a random chick home from the bar, and I was like, "Don't give her free roam of the house. Lock her in the bedroom." I didn't mean like lock her in the bedroom. Just don't leave her unattended in the house. You know where?
In other words, don't. She stays in your room. She doesn't get to wander around the house because I don't.
Like, I don't want to be. I don't want to be out there playing Call of Duty on the couch in my boxers, and some chick just randomly walk in the living room with one of my Pepsis in her hand, like. Who the hell are you? What the hell are you doing
here? Exactly.
Like,
to pay for my chips in Vegas.
Yeah. Yes. In a roommate situation, man, I feel like you got to have conversations, and and all parties have to agree. And if if you could run it like a democracy, you could vote on it. And I'm sorry, but I don't know, man. That's very selfish and very entitled that you're just going to ask me to leave my house so you can have a party because a couple of your friends don't. Bitch, who the fuck cares? Stay on that side of the house. I'll stay in my room. I can DoorDash, and I can tell the DoorDash guy if my bedroom's on the first floor, yo, come to the side window and then hand it to me.
Or she knows that her two gentlemen roommates are so full of the Riz that her party is going to be bust because all her friends are going to go hang out with them because apparently she sucks.
Yeah, reverse gangbang. The reverse gangbang. 20 girls on one guy.
Don't let her out.
I mean, you'd have to know my old roommate, but yeah, that was a conversation that
this is something. I like this. This right here I like this. This it's a phenomenon. I think I want to bring up one Saturday night. Maybe if Jeff is ever back, I can bring up the phenomenon that blows mine on that little piece of information. But anyway, so
mention your bedroom.
This isn't a funny story that I have coming out. But it's a current event, something that just came out. I'm gonna say it's a what the fuck because this story has been in the social zeitgeist since 1963. We all want to know. We all want to know what happened up until the assassination of JFK. Here's the thing: they released 80,000 pages last night. The documents totaling some of 80,000 pages had been released before, with sections redacted for national security purposes. The declassified versions that did not appear to contain significant new revelations about the assassination, based on an initial review by CBS News. So, it's basically the same stuff that's been released before, just with a little bit more unredacted. So What new information is coming out of those documents yet? I don't know. Came out last night. I'm not a historian. I'm not a document forensic analysis guy. Will I go probably to a primary source later to follow up? Absolutely. But as of for right now, man, it's pretty interesting. I know all the conspiracy theories are going. It's conspiracy theorists are really ratcheting down. Dude, they're ratcheting on those tinfoil fucking hats right now, and they're getting ready with a fork and a knife all ready to fucking munch all that craziness up. And I can't wait to sit back and watch it.
Yeah, it was kind of like the last time Trump was in office and he released the aliens are real, and here's all the details on Area 51, and all the tin hat wearing guys, like you said, they were like, here we go, finally. People will believe me when I tell them that I was abducted and anally probed for days on end by the aliens. And it was just like really kind of lackluster at the end of the day. Like,
so even though this particular news story isn't, oh my God, what the fuck? This is a forbidding of what the fuck.
Yeah, no. I'm curious to, not that I want to read the 80,000 pages.
Get our predictions out right now. Let's get our predictions out right now.
I'm curious to know if there's going to be any big secrets that are revealed in the JFK assassination. Was it the CIA? Was it Nixon that did it? Like, was there a second shooter on the grassy knoll? Like, what possible new information is going to come out that, that isn't already, because like you said, it's just going to have a few things redacted. It's still going to be the same file. I'm gonna predict that it's gonna be a huge letdown and a whole lot of just nothing at the end of the day. I think it's look what we're doing over here, but don't pay attention to this. Don't pay attention to this side.
I am curious to know what you guys out there think. So drop what you think down in the comments after you hit that like and that subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. If you're watching the replay or listening to the replay, make sure you drop a comment, drop a like. It helps us out in the algorithm, and it's a free way to support us before we hit you up for money.
I was going to say, but if you want to give us money at Patreon, $1 a month, a little bit of coffee will go a long way.
Nonsensical Network on Patreon. I don't know what our link is. I got to get that on our bio link. That's what I got to do.
Oh, I thought you had already had. My bad.
No, I will do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. Actually, let me make myself a note so I don't forget. But yeah, I've got no show or anything tomorrow. Not that I spelled that even remotely right. And if you want to give me money, you can subscribe to my OnlyFans. My roommate was a weird fella. Apparently,
I love those literal satire fucking comedy pieces sometimes. Oh, they're amazing.
Were you my former roommate, Madre? How do you know this stuff?
All right, so that's really all I had on that. That wasn't too much. I thought it was interesting. It came out last night. I'm anticipating a frenzy of funny stories and ridiculous conspiracy theories that is going to flood our social medias, I'm sure. So keep your eyeballs peeled on Facebook and TikTok. Definitely.
Keep your eyeballs. Well, just real quick before we go to break, this one is more of a, ladies and gentlemen, gun safety. Know how to use your gun. Know how to properly use your gun. Know how to properly store your gun. Blaze, you and I are both dog owners.
Mhm.
You got a couple dogs. I imagine that. You good over there?
No. I think I scrolled through this headline. Go ahead.
Yeah. I imagine that you might be the type that allows Molly and Pepper to cuddle in bed with you. I know Suze gets up in bed with Nikki and I, or when I was employed, when I'd leave in the morning, she'd jump up in bed with Nikki, and now the opposite. When Nikki goes to work, Suze jumps up in bed and cuddles with me. Well, a dog called Oreo turned on his owner and shot him while he laid in bed.
Fucking Oreo. What the fuck?
Fucking Oreo.
Wait, hold up. So okay. I know the dog just didn't open up the fucking gun case, like, hey bro, I'm a fucking boom. No, I'm sure that's not what happened.
The wrong motherfucking kibbles for the last
okay.
time.
So my question is, this gun owner, where in the fuck where was this gun? Why was it unsafe? And who thought it was smart enough for this guy to have a gun? Apparently, is going to be one of my.
Apparently, walked in the bedroom and said, "Jippy ki motherfucker." The dog shot his owner as the unsuspecting man lay in bed. Memphis man Gerald Kirkwood told police the dog leapt up onto the bed and got his paw stuck in the trigger guard, causing the gun to go off. Which, in other words, the guy's chilling out on his bed and he's just got the gun laying on the bed, just chilling, like the gun's his girlfriend.
I know there are animosexuals out there that really get pleasure out of your own gun, but I mean, just like a responsible sex toy owner, when you're done, put it up.
Yeah.
But he's spooning the fucking gun. See?
Yeah, see?
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, right. It was just laying on the bed. The dog jumped up there. The paw hit the trigger. Thankfully, Gerald was only grazed in the thigh, so no major. There was the local news station WREG explained how the man's 1-year-old pit bull Oreo had accidentally squeezed the trigger and shot his owner. The woman who was on the bed with Kirkwood, he had a woman in the bed with him, and a gun, and a dog. Like, there's a lot going on in Memphis.
Where was this gun stuck at? Where was this gun being put at, and why?
Yeah. What were you?
Know.
$10, you put it in the hole.
See, I'm not the only one where my mind is going down this road.
The woman who was in bed with Kirkwood at the time, reportedly fled the home and took the gun with her as the wounded man was rushed to the hospital in non-critical condition. So the woman later told Memphis Fox 13 that Oreo is a playful dog and he likes to jump around and stuff like that. And the gun just went off. The combination of the gunshot and Oreo jumping on the bed woke the woman up. This lady's so they were asleep in bed with a gun in bed, and Oreo's like, cuddle time, bang, shot him in the leg. Game over. Jumping out of bed woke the combination of the gunshot and Oreo jumping on the bed woke the woman up. The humans in the story, vow to work on maintaining gun safety in their home going forward. Oh, Lord have mercy. How about you practice gun safety prior? Keep the safety on or use a trigger lock, the woman said after the shooting. The police did classify it as an accident, and Oreo is not facing any charges. Yeah, here's an idea. Don't have your gun in bed with you. My gun is on my nightstand, in a holster. It is loaded. It is locked and loaded. I am chambered, but it is in a holster beside my bed on my nightstand. So you got to take it out of the holster if you're gonna, because I've got a nice holster. So it's not like you can just walk up and bang, you know what I mean? But I do have, well, you know, I do have the locking mechanism where I can take the magazine out.
Look, I know you asked that question out of jest, and I laugh with you. But we were talking about America, and
America.
you leave it to some politicians, and they will attempt to make that happen.
They will charge that motherfucker.
Just so irresponsible gun owners don't have to give up their guns. I'm just saying. It sucks.
You know, you're not. Yeah, you know what? As I am a firm believer in the 2A and all that. And I agree. I agree with you 100%. Some lawmaker will find a way to charge that goddamn dog with attempted manslaughter.
Do you give it dog years or human years?
Oh man.
At times 7, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
So if you sentence the dog to 15 years, they've only got to do like 2.5 years or some shit like that. 2 years and a couple months. You know?
Yeah. It would actually be divided in that sense, I guess. Yeah.
Again, gun safety, and like Blaze said, and I agree with Blaze 100%. Again, I believe that in 2A, and I think that, you know, our rights to own guns should be upheld and everything else. However, some people are not smart enough to have guns. Mm-hmm. Some people are also not smart enough to reproduce, and that should be something that we should look into too as a society.
I don't want to hear that eugenics talk out of you, sir.
I'm just saying.
We just need what we need to do is fix the education system. Let's give people access to better education. I think
I was gonna say,
is a good thing.
As we learned a week or two back, that one chick was full on fucking retarded and graduated with honors. You know, like, how does that happen?
Don't let the dog interrupt fun time.
Yeah.
Hey, I have, and it's so funny because I've used this and people have laughed in the appropriate context. People have laughed in the misappropriate context, also while accepting the label and running with it. And, hey, by all means, but people in this country that fetishize guns so much, I refer to them as ammosexuals. Like they have this, yes, they have this gun fetish. I refer to as ammosexual. So anyway.
Ammosexual, maybe a little ammophiles.
Yeah.
Look, what you do in the privacy of your bedroom with your lady friend who you have locked in your bedroom per your roommate's request, and your gun and your dog is nobody's business but your own. But if you're going to do it, practice safely. Be safe.
Wear a condom. Wear a condom.
Wear a condom. Turn your safety on. Don't prematurely blow your load.
I think that about rounds up that PSA on that one.
If he actually put it in, does that like show how small it is, or did he have like an RPG? Jesus Christ. I'm assuming it wasn't an RPG since it was just merely a flesh wound.
You think maybe he was sitting there arguing with his woman saying, no, it is really bigger than that, so many inches. And I know that because my Glock blah 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 is blah 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 inch barrel, and when I hold it up next to my dick is definitely longer. You want to see some stupid white trash PBR fucking infused fucking fornication. But,
fuckery, Blaze. We like to call that full-on
fuckery.
Fornifuckery.
How's that?
He's like, you tell me which feels better, this or this. Which is better, the gun or me? Which feels bigger? Oh, Lord have mercy. There, we are doomed.
Russian roulette.
Oof. Yeah, I went off this ride.
My safe word is meatloaf. I'm using that right now.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
We haven't even
Meatloaf.
started. Yeah, we haven't even started. Meatloaf.
Dude, if a chick invites me to her bedroom and the first thing she pulls out is a gun, meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Yeah. I don't know what's happening here, but meatloaf. Where the hell's it at? There it is. We're gonna take our last break of the night in the locked bedroom. Him. Look, I said it was 5 inches. My Glock is 6, and mine is almost as long as that.
Exactly.
Almost. We're gonna take one more break for the night. Come back. We got the penis report. Oh my gosh.
Waiting a long
And,
time for that one. Nothing.
Long. How long do you like it?
That was a bad joke. Bad delivery. Bad audience. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the penis.
Not the penis. Not the penis. Oh, you're gonna like my intro to the penis report, Maja. Anywho, just because she was on Tuesday night, they got a big night ahead of them coming up Saturday. If you guys are in the LA area, head on over to Daddy Diamonds, 7 p.m. Saturday night for Women Rock LA. You're gonna see some kick-ass groups: Unpolished, Lizzie, Bruvy, Bree, and our girl Jules. Along with that, you're going to see a kinky magician, a burlesque comedian, some dancers, and just a whole bunch of stuff. Women Rock LA is an event put on by all female musicians and entertainers, bands fronted by females, all rock music. It's a hell of a time. And this girl, or this young lady right there, is one of your headliners, Miss Jules, in the Howl with her newest song, Boys Club. And we'll be right back.
I want you to stand up, burst through all the noise. Want you to stand up, use your voice. Want you to stand up, fight for your choice. Want you to stand up, burning down the boys' club. Feminine mystique, lady killer queen, hustler on the scene. You know what I mean now. Later in the ballroom, penthouse with a view. She's hot, she's hot. You're independent, baller confidence, higher intelligence, leagues above the men. Yeah, rolling with the suit, ladies in the crew. She's hot, she's hot, she's on fire. Light her up now. She's on fire. Light her up. I
Woo! Jules and you're muted. Jules in the how. But I can read lips. I was not expecting that. Jules in the
Yes,
how. You can find her on all social media and everywhere you stream music at Jules in the how. Go show her some love. She's fucking awesome. She kicks ass. I aim to please. I aim to
long-awaited anticipation of the weekly penis stories. I hear these are some of the most popular.
It's not something that I planned on happening, not something that I envisioned happening, but I did a couple. It's what the fuck news, and there's always stories in the news. Guys putting their penises in places where they shouldn't, putting things inside of their penises that they shouldn't, or doing God knows what or why to their said penises, and it just kind of become a thing, man. And so now that's evolved into
that last story had that bullet hit in a different spot. It too could have been a penis story.
It could have been on the penis report. So what I started doing with it, because again, my search history is a little suspect these days because of this penis report. But nonetheless, I found a bunch of lists, man. Shout out to BuzzFeed. I am a fan of the BuzzFeed website. Their columns, their articles, their lists that they do. And whatnot. I know we crucified Rolling Stones for their music lists that they normally do, but the Rolling Stones magazine don't know shit about music. BuzzFeed has done some really good music lists, but they also do all these random ass penis story things. But anyways, this one tonight, and actually real quick, $5 the guys in the band, the guys. All consenting adults of the age of 18, please gather around. Uncle Glick has got some.
I gotta go. Bye. Sorry, guys.
gather around. I have stories for you. But first,
penis.
Yeah! Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it.
that firmly grasp it came from one of the stories in this, and it was a story about a lesbian couple who decided to have a threesome with a man, and the one lesbian in the relationship was what they call a gold star lesbian, meaning she has never ever been with a man, never seen a man's region, didn't know what to do with. And when they started getting down to business, the only thing that popped into her head was SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick saying in an episode, firmly grasp it in your hands, to which that's exactly what she did. She grabbed a hold of it, and at her and her then girlfriend, now her wife, at their wedding, he was the best man in the wedding. So this was not like this was a very good friend of theirs, to which he stood up to do his best man speech. And he said, everybody, please grab your champagne glasses and firmly grasp them in your hands. Because as she grasped his penis in this threesome, she blurted out, firmly grasp it in your hands. So
it's like running into battle saying Geronimo.
Yeah, penis research equals black people. It was one time, all right. Never seen a real man schlong. Yeah. I actually want to do that little penis report intro to add the, penis report or penis yay or something. That it was one of Jeff's. Actually, it was a good thing. It was one of the positive things that Jeff did. He did a pretty good job. Wait, what episode does SpongeBob show? I don't think it's a penis. I don't know, but anywho. So tonight in the penis report, we all have penises here. You and I. I'm not speaking for everybody listening, but on the current panel. And puberty was an awkward stage. Actually, having a penis in general is an awkward stage. It just never goes away because it has a mind of its own. It just does whatever it wants, whenever it wants.
That's so true. Oh, that's so true. Oh man. Oh, I have leather seats and I experienced the Batwing a lot.
Yeah. Well, this comes from Cosmopolitan. No affiliation, but this is 5 guys sharing their embarrassing puberty stories that will make you glad to be a woman is the name of this article. If childhood feels like a nonstop pool party, puberty is the dark storm that rolls in out of nowhere, raining down lightning and striking that pool. Electrocuting everyone and giving you hair in new places, puberty is a lot of things, but subtle sure isn't one of them. These 5 guys got really candid about the first time they realized nothing would ever be the same, and no matter what your experience was like, you could probably relate on some level. How do you know? My penis is really? My penis identifies as a pee-pee. I'm just saying. I don't know what Blaze is over there contemplating, but he's doing something. I see the hamster wheel turning in your head, Blaze. Now his camera's dead.
I'm good. It's paused. I paused my camera.
Oh, I was gonna say I see the hamster wheels turning. Troy 28 writes in and he tells Cosmopolitan, I don't exactly remember how old I was, but this was right when I first started getting boners. He says, I still get boners a lot, but back then it was like if I thought I heard someone say the word boob, I got a boner. So there's this girl I have a huge crush on, and I finally work up the courage to ask her out. My penis, of course, is all, ooh, a girl you like, cool, and tries to play wingman by showing off. She notices it through my Jinko jeans. I already want to punch this kid in the face.
What? Hold on. What decade? What decade is this fucking story from?
He was 28, so I'm assuming.
Wait, if you're 28 and you're getting boner, hold up. 28 and still getting boners.
He's 28 now. He's 28.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, actually, this is a little bit older article, so he's in his 30s now.
Okay,
in his 30s now. So
that tracks on the Jankos. Okay, that tracks.
Yeah, this is back when he was in school. Yeah, he was in school. Like I said, these are five guys sharing their embarrassing puberty stories. So this is like when they hit puberty. So, anyways, he says, his penis tried to play wingman by showing off. She noticed it through his Jinko jeans and she laughed. Her friends laughed, and people teased me for a little bit about it, as if like having a working sex drive and a penis is something crazy that you need to get ridiculed for.
Don't ever be embarrassed with your sex drive.
Don't ever be embarrassed by your boner, bro.
Yes.
Kevin writes in, and Kevin says, I was relatively young, and I realized that rubbing my boner up against my bed at night it felt really, really good. So
hold on. Is this a JD Vance fucking penthouse story?
Maybe it is. Dear Penthouse, my name is JD.
And this is the story of my couch.
But his puberty was awesome. My growth first, so it was like 5 times 9. Huh? Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Nikki needs me for 1 second. Poor JD Vance, couch humper.
Of course, I don't have access to these stories because, well, he's the keeper of the penis stories.
It was a later day. I am. I am the keeper of your penis. This is true. Nikki doesn't own a penis or doesn't have a penis. She's referring to my penis.
Because the more you know.
The more you know. The more you know. I don't want anybody to get any weird idea that my fiance has a penis. She doesn't. It's mine, but it's hers.
And even if she did, it'd be okay.
It would be perfect. Hold on a second now. Anyways, young JD Vance was realizing that he enjoyed rubbing his boner against his bed at night. And it felt really, really good. So I would do that, he said. And eventually one day, I guess it made me orgasm. I didn't understand what happened, and I got kind of freaked out. I'd had sex ed, but I didn't put it together. So I just tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't because I kept compulsively checking on my penis to make sure it was okay.
Jesus.
I have checked when we were engaged. I have checked multiple times.
It's gonna break while my eyes are closed sleeping.
Yeah, it might fall off. I think he can. I mean, I could gladly share. I mean, I'll gladly put the burden that I have that I carry on my shoulders by having this in my algorithm on somebody else's algorithm. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Adrian says, geez Louise, this is a long one. I don't know if this counts, but when I was younger, I remember thinking boobs were really great. I mean, I'm old.
I still
and
think
really
that.
Great. Yeah.
I mean,
really
I'm almost 15. I still have that same thought in my head. Yeah, boobs are pretty fucking great. They are.
Every time I see them, I smile. Boobies.
Yeah, they never make me mad ever.
Let's just show. Ask Nikki. She'll tell you. But at the time, young Adrian was 12 years old, and he thought that vaginas were gross. I mean, understandable. You don't really know what's going on down there at 12 years old. However, as you get older, you also think vaginas are really great. Well, some guys do. Other guys aren't that into them. But who are we to judge?
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah. I feel like, he says, I feel like I need to defend myself, my 12-year-old self here now. I just didn't exactly what I said. He just didn't exactly understand what the big deal is. And in my defense, I probably didn't have the greatest grip on how sex worked at that point. I also think pubic hair weirded me out at that point. Like as far as I knew, it was just a bunch of pubic hair. Anyways, I remember stumbling into internet porn. Like that's all of it kind of is. It's just
I remember stumbling on the internet porn.
Anyways, yeah, like how do you just anywho, stumbled onto internet porn, you know, like one does at the end of the day. You accidentally stumble onto internet porn and you accidentally watch it for the next 40 years of your life.
Who we kidding? Like when we were puberty age, my biggest thrill was accidentally literally finding a Penthouse Forum magazine in the woods. Fucking bonus. But now, like if you're that age, it's like, man, the internet. It's scary.
It's on your phone. It's on your phone, and everybody's got a smartphone, and it's free.
Yeah, you don't have to like trip over a stick and your face falls into a Penthouse magazine. Now it's like the laptop falls on you, it opens up in Pornhub.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. What is this? What is this glorious? What is this glorious masterpiece that I have stumbled upon? So, anyways, Adrian says, anyway, I remember stumbling onto internet porn. I just want to give a shout out to Net Nanny for being really lenient. I guess that's one of those babysitting applications you can put on your.
Oh, must not be able to block them all.
Yeah. I don't know how I found it, but it was some admittedly softcore images. But she had a shaved vagine, as the French say. They call it a vagine. It's just like
JJ.
Yeah. How old is this guy? He's like fucking almost 40, and he's talking like a fucking 40. It's just like jump started puberty for me and everything. It was like, bam! I get it now. Like when you finally start enjoying the taste of beer, I was like, this whole lady thing, I'm into it. Fucking praise Jeebus at the end of the day. The whole package. Then my mom walked in and started yelling at me. I must have just zoned out completely and didn't notice her walking down the hall or opening the door to the computer room. I lost my computer access for a month, so basically I associate my sexual awakening with deep shame. I'm sure that screwed me up somehow in some way. He was in all of the naked lady glory and got busted by his mom.
Dude's fucked for life, man. You're a
it's
perfect
either-
Freudian case of fuckery. Nah, you'll be all right, man.
I mean, I guess it could go one of two ways. It's a boner killer, or your mom catching you watching porn is a boner enhancer. Dare I say, roll tide.
That reminds me of that funny that joke that Brian shared with us on Snap today. Why is reverse cowgirl illegal in Alabama? Because you don't back up. Wait, you don't turn your
You
back.
never turn your back on family.
Golden.
Roll tide, baby. Roll tide. Tom writes in and he says, when I first discovered masturbate, oh man, what a glorious time of my life. That's me talking.
Man,
I
was stuck in my room for fucking weeks, man. It was spring break. It was amazing.
Anyway, man, that was a glorious time. When I first discovered masturbation, it didn't exactly coincide with my discovery of the internet and all it was capable of. I wound up hoarding a lot of my mom's women's magazines. We've all been there. JCPenney.
Oh, Sears catalog, man.
Sears catalog.
Those freaking
National Geographic.
Full of boobies.
National Geographic.
Nat Geo. Some of those cities have flies on them, though. So I'm just like,
it made me want to move to Africa and join a tribe.
I don't know if that makes me an asshole for saying that right now. But
I don't know. Either way,
I was desperate as a
12
child.
13-year-olds, it worked. And if you were lucky enough to get your hands on a Vicky Secrets magazine, Secrets out.
Those are like
Secrets
those are
out.
the gold. That was a gold standard in fucking prepubescent fucking beat off porn.
100%. He says, he said, I sort of hid them in my room, not under the mattress or anything as if they were porn, but I'd stash them as if she'd just be okay with them going missing. I'd be lucky if there was a few bikini pictures or some kind of feature on comfortable bras. Anyway, she eventually found a bunch while cleaning my room and was all, why do you have them, Timmy or Tommy? I was looking for these. I tried to convince her that I was into celeb gossip and recipes and DIY stuff at the time.
just
What 13-year-old gives a damn about celeb gossip?
seriously, I only read I have Playboy for the articles, I promise.
Yeah, I like those. The article's fantastic, Mom.
That's when that lie was made. Was when some dude was trying to explain to his mom why he had a Playboy under his. I just read it for the articles, Mom. I promise.
Yeah, Mom, you know how
What do
great
you
the
mean?
articles are in your women's
Movies in that.
magazine.
Never noticed them.
What? There's naked ladies in the Playboy? No. Stop it. You're lying. Let me look. Hold on a second. Let me see.
Let me look.
Obi. Well, shucks. Look at that, Ma. There really are. I'll be a son of a gun.
Oh man.
But so Tom says, but looking back, it was so obvious she didn't. She knew she didn't take them back, so she didn't want your sticky pages magazines. I feel like as a kid, you think the first person to discover masturbation and no one knows you're jerking off, but all your parents know.
Oh yeah, your mom's got her whole freaking underneath her bed is your dad's freaking Craftsman screwdrivers backwards. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Too much.
And
too much.
no. Hey, man. You ever seen what a power drill could do if you put it backwards in the drill? You take a screwdriver and put it backwards into a drill. You put a little bit of curve in that thing, knocking them walls down, mama.
Stir that cake batter.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, old Jared, he writes in and he says, Jared says, okay, so this is the story of my first wild boner.
What's a wild boner compared to a non-wild boner? You boner just like detach and go crazy on the classroom or something? I don't know what a wild boner.
I don't know,
It's
but
just like it just doesn't go. It just doesn't go up. It goes up and goes. Ah!
Yeah, he's like, hey, everybody.
Everybody, look at me. I'm a Mr. Boner. I don't know.
Oh, I'm a Mr. Boner.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. There's an editor's note on this, and it says, editor's note, this sounds like it would make for a fascinating nature documentary, Boners in the Wild. Anywho, Jared says, it wasn't my first boner, but it was the first time I had a totally errant one. I was given a presentation in science class on, I want to say it was like the water cycle or something like that, but it was basically just reading a paper you wrote at the front of the class. For some reason, my penis was like, oh yeah, evaporation, fuck the world.
You know how he's a liberal? Because he's getting a hard on off the talk of climate change. Anyway,
I'm just saying. Yeah,
that's what the water cycle basically is. That's when they talk about climate change, they talk about the water cycle. You had a boner during that. We all make fun of. Anyway, there's a joke there, guys. There's a political joke.
The earth
You got to peel the onions. You got to peel the onions.
The earth is flat and global warming is real, and I'm horny as fuck.
Yes, maybe.
Polar caps are melting, baby. It really makes my nipples hard.
Oh man.
Anyways, it's just like that instant erection. If dicks could get whiplash, I'd be bringing mine to the chiropractor. God damn. You might be onto something, Blaze.
It's like when you say wild erection, I mean that sounds like something hurt. Something's gonna break or something crazy. Yeah.
That is
it's
wild instant boner.
Change.
That is just bang right now. Standard salute, sucker. So I decided. So he says, I decided I needed to hide it, and instead of holding my paper lower, which I thought was obvious, somehow everyone would know I had a boner. I turn around and I pick up some chalk and I just start writing words on the board as an excuse to stay facing away from the class. I don't know why I didn't do something more constructive, like say map out the water cycle. Instead, I'm just writing words like rain or clouds on the board. Like, these are really important.
Public speaking can be a bitch sometimes, especially when you both wild boners.
And I want you guys to know, I'm 100% ad-libbing a lot of this story and just adding my own 2 cents to it, but it's pretty much verbatim. On the board, it sort of worked. Everyone probably thought I was an idiot, including the teacher, but at least no one saw my boner. He kept that wild boner under control, man.
He only knew of his only wild boner.
That
word garble came out wrong. What? Man.
Take the marbles out of your mouth, please.
Man, I think my medicine's kicking in.
All I gotta say is tread lightly. There are wild boners afoot.
Yes, and apparently they are really attracted to climate change. So.
Did somebody say global warming?
that rose my temperature, baby.
Talk dirty to me, baby. Oh, the polar caps are melting. And the ozone
Ooh, that's
layer
such an
is depleting.
aphrodisiac.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. Keep doing it. I'm almost there.
Tell me more about the landfill emissions.
Yeah. The temperatures are rising in Antarctica. Oh God!
While they rise in my pants.
Not the only thing rising, baby.
Yeah. Is this the
What do
effect
you
penis
say?
stories have on people?
It really
just
is
a bunch of double entendres.
Yep. Have you not? Apparently, Blaze has never made it long enough for the penis report.
Oh, I have. You can pun a penis story is a lot. Punning penises.
Punny penis.
Punny penises. Very punny penises.
That, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for the penis report. I'm flaccid. I'm spent.
You're flaccid.
My
no more
load
wild
is
boners for Glick.
no more wild boners. My load has been extinguished. I hope I didn't scar Madra too bad.
That tube stock is wrecked.
The pages are sticking and the tube sock. The pages are sticky and the tube sock is wrecked. Game over.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Woo! I am spent. Was it good for you? Yes.
I need a cigarette now.
Blaze is like
what?
Blaze is like,
Yo,
I give up.
Madra, I can use some of that snooze now, man.
got some of that snooze. I need some snooze. There's some nicotine in my life. Oh man. Like I said, the penis report is I have a love-hate relationship with the penis report. I just part of me, I enjoy doing it because we do have a lot of fun with it because we are incredibly immature and childish. But there's also a part of me that's just like, I am a 43-year-old man telling stories about penises on the internet.
You know, in some ways, I don't look at it that way. I mean, yeah, there's definitely an immature factor there. But I'm also a person that thinks that awkward, like we're humans, sex in the stuff that we have on our body can cause awkward and funny moments in our life because we're human. And I think normalizing the fact that that's a thing, I think is kind of wholesome in itself. I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
We are Zamphos, what's going on, brother?
How's it going?
Christmas special pick me up.
What?
Bro, we're twins. Hashtag twinning. 43. No, man. Blaze. Man, I don't know if I got anything else. You got anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, I'm all storied out. You guys got everything out of me tonight. Got some laughs, got some stories. Yeah, I'm good.
Got your weekly dose of penises.
Yeah. I got my
got
penis stories in me.
Yeah, got your weekly dose of fuck around and find out.
Oh, that was some good fuck around and find outs too.
That was good fuck around and find out. Got a little self-entitlement bitches. Self-entitled bitches. I think
when it comes to them.
We even learned a valuable lesson in gun safety, ladies and gentlemen. Wear a condom.
Yes.
Nice. Damn, man, you working them
Mm.
late hours, bro. And your day off? Let's fucking go.
Wait, just got off on my day off. Well, that doesn't sound like very fun getting off time. Sometimes when you get off in life, it's just not the right kind of getting off. I'm just saying.
Yeah, sometimes you get off and then you spend all night checking to make sure your penis is still there.
Wild
Or that it works.
boners.
Wild, but watch out. Watch out for the wild boners. And then if you look to the left on our safari, you'll see a pack of wild boners. Mom, take my picture with the boners.
Don't pet or feed them, though. Okay.
Be careful. The wild boners are known to spit on people.
Exactly. Oh man, I think that's a good place to end it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the news that makes us say, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
We appreciate y'all being here. We appreciate y'all listening. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you ring my bell. Ring Blaze's bell, too. Blaze's bell needs ringed every once in a while, too.
It does.
flick
Clean
his
that
bell.
clock.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just flick his bell a couple times. Dink, 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 dink. And we'll be back next Wednesday with some more news of the What the Fuck variety. Tune in tomorrow night. I believe Wally is back with a brand new episode of Cold-Blooded Conversations. Yeah, I had to remember what day of the week it was. Cold-Blooded Conversations. Wally's going to be talking dragons and dinosaurs. 14 days straight. Jesus Christ.
Damn, dude, you in the what are you in the military? What the fuck?
It's race season. It's race season. He works for Lucas
oh,
Oil.
that's yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's race season, man.
Oh, dude, drink yourself a beer, and relax, bro.
Well, we appreciate you making time to come see us, brother. We enjoy seeing you in the chatters box, making our day just a little bit better. Tune in tomorrow, like I said, for Cold-Blooded Stories, or Cold-Blooded Conversations. Sorry, Wally's going to be talking about dinosaurs and dragons. He's going to kick my ass one of these days. He's gonna be like, they're not dragons and dinosaurs, Glick. They're fucking iguanas and snakes. Same fucking thing, bro.
Some of them have dragon in their name. That's close enough, right?
Yeah. Unicorn poops and Bigfoots. Hey, be careful. Hey, you mind your tongue when you speak of the Bigfoot. I take that shit personally. Don't be a racist and call us Wookiees like Brian. Friday night, this guy right here beside me, right over there.
Yeah.
He's
Friday
gonna-
night's going to be another segment of Lights, Action, and Discussion, and I have a guest co-host this Friday. As
We're keeping that
Glick
under wraps.
mentioned at the beginning, at the breaking news, that Jeff is no longer with the network at the moment. So there's been some behind the camera scrambling, but I got an awesome special guest coming to co-host with me. We got some topics we're gonna discuss about movies and things that encompass the movie industry. You know, some other stuff.
Exactly.
Some other stuff. What's up, Benji?
What up, Benji? Yeah, like we said at the beginning of the show, like Blaze just touched on, unfortunately, could be for good, could be short-term based, but for the meantime, Jeff is no longer with us. He's no longer a part of the network, which meant the Three Musketeers basically being myself, Blaze, and Wally, more myself and Blaze, kind of scrambled and put some shit together, and we're still going to be able to provide you guys with some good content and still be able to do the shows and rock and sock them. So Blaze will be up with a special surprise guest on Friday. They'll be talking some. I'm assuming. Are you going to talk a movie, or are you just going to talk the movie world in general with your lights, camera, action?
Just like Jeff and I did a lights camera discussion a couple weeks ago.
Or lights, camera discussion.
Yeah, it's just discussion topics involving the movie industry in a way that impacts society, or maybe in a sort of technological way or philosophical way or a way within the law, or just, somehow where Hollywood and the rest of the world kind of collide. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Saturday at noonish, Cash and I will be back. I'm sure Wally will be up there.
You're good, bro.
Oh, don't worry about it. You had nothing to do with it, bro. He is G off. He's acting like a real G off right now. Cash and I will be back Saturday with a brand new Cash's Corner. I'm sure Wally will be coming up there with us. He normally does. We talk a little wrestling. We have a good time. Cash being my youngest son. We have a good time talking all things wrestling, and we're right in the heart of WrestleMania season. So if you're a wrestling fan, you know what we're talking about. It's the big time of the year for wrestling fans and wrestling itself. And then Saturday night, what? Saturday night is a shit show, and it's become even more of a shit show because it is a shit show that'll be hosted by one person. So you fuckers out there in the chatters box are really going to have to either engage in the comments or hit that link and come up and hang out with me, so I don't have to sit up here all night by myself looking like
on
a
Saturday.
jerk off. Yeah,
I'll probably be here up on Saturday for a little bit at least.
I'm sure Blaze will be up. I'm sure you'll be up. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, man. I want to go to one of the local things. But Saturday night I'll be up, and maybe Blaze will be there, maybe Wally will come up, and then you guys as well. And then Sunday we're back at it. Unnecessary Roughness. It is myself and Rick, and we might get a special appearance from our boy Derek Wayne Douglas. He is our third chair on the show. He is also our lawyer, and he will also be live from Cabo on the beach as he is on vacation. So he said he's going to try to pop in and say hello. But we'll be talking all things sports. And then Monday, Wally's back with Speedway Stories, talking all things motorsports. Tuesday, I am back with Glick's House of Music. I'm hoping to line up a guest between now and then. If not, I'll figure something out. And then we'll be right back here again Wednesday, doing what we do every Wednesday night. Got the What the Fuck News and the Penis Report. That means I got to find new penis stories. Time to type in dear penis. I don't think I like you anymore.
Was that Richard Carrington?
Rodney Carrington.
Rodney Carrington. Yes, funny song.
And he says, dear Rodney.
Yep.
I love Rodney Carrington.
Showing her age.
Yeah, we are a little bit. I tell you what, Rodney Carrington was fucking hilarious, man. Great songs, fun songs. And that RIP to Toby Keith. Rodney Carrington and Toby Keith did a really funny movie called Beer for My Horses several years ago. And that was a fun movie to see. But nonetheless, anyways, check out the rest of the shows. Check us out, bio.link/nonsensical network. All of our links are there to all of our social media, including a link to Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner on Facebook and Instagram. She does all of our swag, all of our merch. So if you guys want to get some little nonsensical shit, you can do that. If you don't want to buy our shit, you don't have to buy our shit. You can get whatever you want. She can do a little bit of everything. And she's learning all kinds of fun new tricks and things that she can do every day.
Y'all guys need to send me some pictures so I can get some promo ads.
Yeah, so she's actually going to be doing Wally's shirts here before long. We've got everything we need for Wally's shirts. She's doing my Brosters Paranormal, the Glick's Paranormal Society. They do ghost hunting and stuff like that. She's doing their stuff. Yeah, right. They're ghost hunters. She does our stuff, and she also does. Her son has a company. They do tree removal and tree cleaning and all that stuff. Tree Spire out there in PA. She does their stuff for them as well. So she's we're hoping to start keeping her pretty busy. For just 10 cents a day, you can feed a Glick.
Patreon, $1 a month.
Do not play the Sarah McLachlan song.
You're lucky I can't. You're lucky I can't sing, and I can't remember the words to it right now. Otherwise, I was gonna start singing the song.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Patreon. Check out our Patreon. We don't have anything up there yet, but we've got ideas. Blaze and I were idea men last night. We've got all kinds of fun ideas for.
But money makes it happen.
Show exclusives. Some shows that will only be on Patreon. Some different things that'll only be on Patreon. Plus, guys, subscribe to our Patreon, and we can add the extra tiers, and you pay more. We could get Blaze to move to Ohio, and then we could do all kinds of fun stuff because Blaze, Wally, and I would all be together. We could do skits and all kinds of weird shit together.
We could do some pretty cool fucking shit, yeah.
And as Blaze pointed out, Patreon is our own private channel, so we could really get weird together.
We need a schedule. Well, we have to do it when we get the members, but we need to do a Patreon's only stream.
Yeah, Patreon's only stream, a little Patreon Q&A.
When we have Patreon members.
Oh, Patreon only, yeah.
Of course.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We literally just published it. Just published it last night. Rodney tells a story about making that. Look it up. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, dude, I've seen it. It's fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, because during that movie he fucked with Toby Keith a lot and did a lot of random ass shit that was not scripted. But nonetheless, definitely thank you guys for being here. Blaze, I appreciate you, brother. Definitely thank you for being here, man, to help me out.
Thank you for letting me pop up.
Absolutely. Pop up like a wild boner.
I sure did.
Dude, isn't there a song called like Wild Horses or something?
I think so.
Oh, that's what Wild Bill dances to in Silence of the Lambs. Is that Wild Horses?
Ooh. Yeah.
Wild
horses. Wild boners.
Wild boners, little parody, a little nonsensical parody. Move aside.
Like Mulatto Zone.
Yeah. Stand aside, Weird Al. The nonsensical boys are here. Anywho,
that's such a
like I said, yeah, wild boy. Anywho, appreciate y'all listening, being here. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. And with that being said, Blaze, you got any final words before I hit this goddamn button?
Everybody have a great week. So halfway through, we're gonna hit the weekend and cut up on Saturday night. Join us Friday too, and tomorrow.
Yeah. Just be here every night of the week. Make this this could be, well, not so much family, but like if you don't like your family and you want to get away from them, you can go to the garage and watch us.
Yeah, and if you want, we can help you make fun of your family with you.
Yeah. Or if you have a shitty roommate and she threw you out because she wanted to have her neo-Nazi, feminazi friends over and they don't like men, you can hang out with us.
Don't send me her phone number in the private chat and I won't prank call her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Promise. With that being said,
promise. Promise.
Scouts honor. I don't know. I was never in the Scouts. That don't apply to me. With that being said, as always, be good or be good at it, baby. We will see you next time. All right.
nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. News spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm for